Hey team, welcome to the Resilience Program number 6. I hope you're having a great day coming at you from the gym. We are going to go through a series of mobility drills today that I've been using myself to make myself feel really good in relation to the hips, knees, shoulders. And before you go, oh, mobility, boring, I'll skip this. Mobility is just as important as a workout, all right? And it is a workout in itself. So I get it, I know it's boring, and I don't like doing just static stretching. I like to do more dynamic stuff, so that's what we're gonna be doing today. And I promise you, if you give me this time today, you will finish this class and go, fuck, I feel better. And if you don't, you gotta let me know. But if you do, you gotta let me know, all right? So, with this sequence that I'm going to be showing you, we're going to be throwing some of these in as we go throughout the weeks in relation to the Resilience Program. But if any time you're feeling tight or just want to do something, want to move, like get some active recovery, please come back to this one because you will feel good once we finish, all right? And you will feel good during as well. So let's get into this. The first 10-ish exercise that I'm going to show you is how I start my day. When we were running classes, I'd be here at 4:45 in the morning and I'll run through this sequence and it just makes my body feel really good for the rest of the day and the workouts to come. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this. We're going to start off with some shoulder rotations. But firstly, if you can sit in this position, cool. If this is uncomfortable and you can't relax, I want you to just sit cross-legged or you can stand. Completely up to you, all right? We're gonna start with shoulder rotations. I'm gonna grab my hand, I'm gonna reach up as high as I can, I'm gonna reach behind me, and then I'm gonna reach forward, and I wanna create the biggest circle when I do this. I wanna make sure that I'm putting that shoulder through the range that is designed to be put through, all right? You might notice some crackling, some cracks, that's fine. We're just opening up those shoulders, all right? So we'll go for 10 repetitions each side. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, nice and easy. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the other side. Big circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now bringing it forward on the right arm. 1, 2, same deal. Big circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Cool, we're gonna do some scissor hugs, all right? So we're gonna take right arm under, left hand on top. I'm gonna grab my shoulders. I'm gonna give myself a little squeeze, and I want you to try and separate your shoulder blades when you do this, all right? So it's just gonna be a little squeeze, and then relax. And then the other side, squeeze, relax, all right? So we're constantly alternating the hand that goes on top, and we're gonna do 10 of those, all right? So 10 scissor hugs, let's get it. 1, 2, the more you can reach over your shoulders, the better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right, now we're gonna go into some butt scoots. That sounds funny, doesn't it? So we're gonna place our feet into our squat stance. We're gonna bring our hands underneath our shoulders, lift our butt up, and then I'm gonna just rock my my butt forward and back and forth, just like this. And what we're trying to do is just open up or warm up those ankles and knees through motion, all right? So let's go for 20 of these rocks, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you want, bring your hands a little closer. 8, push a little further. 9, 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So from this position, keeping your butt up, we're gonna walk hands closer. I'll take my left hand and I'll reach forward. And then I take it back. I'm gonna walk 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna bring my right hand forward. And I'm gonna come like that. So we're just gonna rock a little bit and then reach. And the whole point of this is that we're warming up those wrists, one, we're activating the shoulders, two, but we're also reaching into a nice squat position with our ankles, knees, and hips, all right? So we're gonna come back and then go back to this position. Rock, rock, reach. Rock, rock, reach, all right? So just get into a nice rhythm, whichever way you feel more comfortable, and we're gonna do 10 repetitions of this, all right? So rock, rock, 1, rock, 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 2, rock, 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 3, keep reaching a little further each time, 4, 5, 6, you might be feeling some burn in your shins, that's fine, 7, you got 3 more, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm gonna stay forward, all right? I'm gonna just rock back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna turn to the side. So from that squat position that I'm in now, all right? I'm gonna reach forward. I'm gonna keep my heels down, keep my chest back, and I'm gonna rock forward, back, forward, back. We're just doing a little rock, trying to get knee over toe as much as we can. I'm gonna rock 20 times, all right? Ready? And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep your heels down. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. So if you need to have a break, please have a break. But if you don't, we're gonna go straight into this next bit. So we're staying in a squat stance. I'm gonna face you now. We're still in that squat stance. I'm gonna place my hands in the middle, or I can place it on the ground. I still want my heels down on the ground. And now with my right knee, I'm gonna take it out and then back in. Out and then back in. This knee stays the same. We're just focusing on this leg. So we're gonna do this 20 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feel your glutes working. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, make it as big as you can, 18, 19, 20. Cool. Now this leg. 1. Try to keep this one still though. You can see how that was just started to move automatically. All right, so just focus on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Done. All right, so we're gonna take a seat now. If you want, have some padding that you can lay down. For these next ones, we're gonna work specifically your hips, all right? So we're gonna lie down, hands out to the side, on your chest, wherever you'd like. I'm gonna start with my right leg. I'm gonna lift it up as high as I can, keeping the other leg straight, and then coming back down. I'm gonna repeat that 10 times either leg, trying to keep my leg that I'm lifting as straight as I can, and taking it further each time, all right? As you can see, I've got pretty tight hamstrings. I like to use this just to ease into it, all right? So, ease into that hamstring. So let's go 10 either side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kicking as far as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Other leg. 1. Oh, I feel those good mornings from yesterday. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 10. Beautiful. Go back to my right leg. Now I'm going to take this nice wide circle back to the middle and then back down. All right? I'm going to do 10 of those big circles starting out and then coming in on both sides. All right? So here we go. Out, in. That's 1. 2. You might experience some crackling or cracks or pops. That's totally fine. It's just your hips opening up. 4. 5. 6. 7. Make these as big as you can. 8. 9. 10. Beautiful. Other side. Big circles. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Beautiful. We're going to stick with the rotations, but this time we're going to come up first, out, and then back in. So up, out, in. Complete opposite of what we were just doing. All right, another 10 either side. Up, out, in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Other side. Up, out, round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. All right. So, hip joints almost done. We're going to go now into a rocking frog. So, we're going to separate those knees as much as you can. I want you to kick out your feet as much as you can. You can bring them in, but to intensify this stretch, we want to kick them out. All right? So, should feel uncomfortable. Make sure, should feel uncomfortable, not comfortable. Make sure you've got something underneath your knees so it doesn't hurt. We're going to go into this frog position and we're going to rock again. Push them back as far as we feel comfortable. 1. And repeat, and we're going to do that 20 times. What I want you to do is play around with extending your hips, flexing your lower back, or then tucking it down as you rock back. Just feel how it changes different parts of your hips, all right? Over the course of these 20 reps. Ready? Go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure you push into an uncomfortable position. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Beautiful. All right. Hips done. So now, we're going to work these wrists, all right? So, we're going to start off in this position. What I first want you to do is, can you see? Yeah, you should be able to see that. I'm going to rotate my elbows forward and then out. Sorry, rotate my elbows in and then out. In and then out. I'm going to keep my arms as locked as I can, shoulders locked, pushing the floor away. And I just want this little motion to be all in that joint so I can feel it in my wrists, yeah? So what I'm doing with my elbow, like bringing my elbow pit in, rotating inwards, is actually creating a nice rotation movement in my wrist that is going to loosen up that joint, all right? So, we're gonna go for 10 rotations in this position. Ready? And go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Now, we're gonna pop up onto our fingertips and then back down. You should get some nice cracks in those fingers. We're trying to push, keep the weight on your fingers and just lifting up so we feel the stretch through the base of our fingers into our palm. All right, so we're gonna go 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now we're gonna take our hands out to the side. We're gonna rock side to side, and when I'm pushing away, I'm trying to push my palm down into the ground on both sides and create a big stretch in this little side. Then when I go on the opposite side, I'm working on that, yeah? So, we're gonna do 20 of these to give us 10 rocks either side, all right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, now we're gonna turn our fingers backwards. Yeah. Forearms facing forward. And now we're gonna rock back. 1, 2. And we're gonna do this 10 times, all right? So rocking back. 1, let's start it. 2, 3, try and keep the palm flat the whole time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. Now everybody's favorite, we're gonna put the back of the hands down, we're gonna lock those elbows, and we're gonna rock back again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep your elbows locked. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now the opposite. We're going to place those fingers facing forward. We're going to rock forward. 1, 2. Don't let the palms come up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Beautiful. I think we did one more extra. I counted late. Anyways, so wrists, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, sorted. That little sequence there is how I start my day. I recommend giving that a crack every day for a week and tell me how you feel at the end of it. All right, so now we're gonna get into a little bit of play. So I've mentioned it before in previous videos. I've been doing a lot of animal flow work, and basically the nuts and bolts of animal flow is just getting your joints to move the way they were made to move, all right? So I'm gonna go through a little series of movements now for about, we'll say about 5 to 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes, all right? And the goal is to just try and move as freely as we can during these motions, all right? Now, take a break anytime you need to. If it's too much, just do what you can. If you can't sit in the movements too long, that's fine. As long as you're trying to, even a second is better than nothing, all right? So, when we go into this, I want you to try and stay as relaxed as you can with it while we're going through the movements, and then we'll build with your fluidity. All right, so I'm just gonna move this aside. The first movement, we're gonna sit into a squat, and I'm gonna face this way. I want you to sit into a squat like so, all right? If you can comfortably sit into this position, we want our chest up, we want weight in your heels, and we want to just kick back, all right? This is what we'll call a squat, obviously. We are moving from this motion into a movement called a frogger, and this is what a frogger looks like. We're gonna mimic a frog. That's exactly why it's called a frogger. Hands go out in front, we're gonna push the floor away, we're gonna lift our butt, bring our feet forward. Sit back on our heels, relax. And again, forward, and then sit back. All right, we're gonna turn around, sitting into that squat, hands come forward, butt comes up, come back into that squat. Hands forward, butt comes up, tuck into it. All right, that is our Frogger. Cool. The next movement we're going to do is called a monkey. All right, I'm going to stay face forward so you can see this. Instead of moving forward with what we did with the Frogger, we're actually going to move to the side, and that's why it's called a monkey. So from this squat position, I'm going to place my opposite hand in front of my left foot, other hand goes across, and then I'm going to kick across into that position. All right, nice, gentle, smooth. Right hand to left foot, left hand out wide, and then I'm going to scoot across. All right, always coming back to this nice squat position. Hand across. So, hand across, so, pretty cool. All right, so the next bit I want to teach you, and this is the final move that we'll do today, is just called a transition. All right, so from this squat position, I'm going to place my right hand behind my right foot. I'm going to kick my left leg in, and then I'm going to pull it back so I'm facing this way. All right, so now I can do my Frogger. Cool. Now if I want to transition, I'm going to do the same thing but on my other hand. I'm going to take my left hand behind my left foot, lean back, tuck this under. Now I'm facing this way. I can do a monkey now. Yeah? And then to make this into a nice free-flowing workout, I might do a Frogger now. Then I'm going to take my hand back, I'm going to scoot it around and do a Frogger forward. I can do a monkey to the side. I can do a monkey to the other side. I can lean back, transition, finish with a Frogger coming forward. All right, so those are the movements. All right, so we've got a Frogger and a monkey and a transition. All right, so now before we kick off, I'm just going to go through those motions again, just so you can see it. We start off in a squat, Frogger. Cool. Now turn it around. Monkey. Monkey. Cool. Transition. I'm just going to come to the middle. Transition. Hand goes back. Kick leg back. And then I'm so. Facing this way. I want to transition again with the other hand. I'm going to take my hand back. Scoot through. And then I'm back here again. Alright? So, I know this seems pretty weird, team. And if you're out in a park, it's gonna look weird. But the benefits far outweigh the weirdness. I promise you that. I want you to get as comfortable with this as possible. We are gonna do just 2 minutes work, all right? So we've just demonstrated it. I've taught you how to do it. We're just gonna put a nice little sequence together for 2 minutes. I want you to play. This is called free play. I just want you to move fluid, smooth. Don't be in a rush. Just go where your body wants to go, but only using Frogger, monkey, and the transition, all right? With the transition as well, don't get caught up in if you're always transitioning to the right or to the left. Obviously try and balance it out, but for now, because it's the first time I'm teaching you, just go with the flow and enjoy yourself, all right? So we're gonna start in about 20 seconds, and we'll do a nice little 2 minute sequence, all right? So grab some water, stand up if you need to shake out your legs. Shake it out. We've got 10 seconds and we are going to kick this off, all right? So I'm going to just be facing this way. Have some fun, team. Make this sequence your own. 3, 2, 1. That's 1 minute. 1 minute to go. 20 seconds. Five seconds. Time. All right. Whoa. So, definitely feeling a little burn in the legs with that. I hope you enjoyed yourself with that. If you need a little bit more time, please take it, press stop, watch it again, go through those little motions. Those movements opens up your hips more than you realize, opens up your ankles more than you realize, creates strength in your knees, and also it's working your core because of the positioning of your body, your upper body. Also, when you're tucking your legs or moving your legs side to side, you're working your core. So it's a full body movement there, full body exercise that has multiple benefits, more than I can talk about in this video. So give it a crack. Do what you can, move the way you can. Over time, you'll progress with this and it will feel better. If you can't get right down in the squat, it doesn't matter. Do what you can and just move with what you can, all right? So now we're gonna finish off with a series of static stretches where we are going to hold each one for 60 seconds and we're gonna try and relax into each one, all right? The first one though is an active stretch. It's a downward dog or an A-frame as they're also known as, but everything else we're gonna be relaxed into it, all right? So, if you need some water, do so. Grab some, sorry. Going to get my trusty floor pad ready, because as we all know, these little nodules, they're not so good for comfort, hey? All right, so, A-frame or downward dog, we're gonna place our hands down, toes down, we're gonna drive our butt up into the air, we're gonna push our head through our arms, and we're gonna try and drop our heels as far as we can. All right, to intensify this stretch, I'm gonna try and bring my feet closer to my hands, and I wanna feel the stretch in my shoulders and in my hamstrings, all right? We're gonna hold this for 60 seconds. When you're ready, team, 3, 2, 1, go for it. Push the floor away, butt goes up in the air. I find this stretch very challenging. 30 seconds. I don't like that stretch just because I have ridiculously tight hamstrings and I don't like them, but we're gonna do it. All right, next one, we're gonna do a lunge stretch. So just gonna turn to the side. What I want you to do, front leg at right angle, back leg at right angle, hands on knees. Make sure that you're not in line, right? Make sure you're like hip to shoulder width apart, and then we're gonna just drop forward. I wanna take that knee as far over that toe as possible, by keeping my upper body as straight as possible. Again, 60 seconds, and go. Feel this stretch in the ankle, feel this stretch in the hip. Take a deep breath in, exhale, push further into it. Dropping into the stretch as much as you can. You should finish in a completely different position than when you started. 10 seconds. 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's change sides. All right. So, right angles, back leg at right angle, front leg at right angle. 3, 2, 1. Go for it. Remember, feel the stretch in the ankle, feel the stretch in the hip. So when doing this, I personally, this ankle is a lot tighter than the other one, all right? I can feel like in the other ankle, I can get my knee right over my toe a lot more, where this is a little bit more limited. So what I like to do is just with my hands, I'm just gonna push a little bit extra, keep trying to drive that knee over my toe while keeping my heel on the ground. 20 seconds. This is also making this back bit, hip flexor stretch really good. 10 seconds. Relaxing into it. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, so now, legs, finish with those hips just a little bit. I'm gonna go into the shoulder. What I want you to do is we're gonna lie flat. I'm gonna push my right arm as through as I can, and then I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna come over the top. I wanna feel this stretch in the outer shoulder, as well as going into my shoulder blade and between my shoulder blades. Now, make sure that you don't cramp up in your chest. Make sure that arm is just high off your chest, so it's not pinching anything. All right, we're gonna go 60 seconds on either side, and go. As you relax, I want you to keep trying to reach forward and trying to square off with this stretch. Relax into it as much as you can. Five seconds. 2, 1, and release. All right, same deal on the other side. Let's reach through, then place hand over and go for it. Seconds. Oh, no, sorry. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right, shoulders done. Now we're gonna go into the couch stretch. So, what I want you to do, hands facing backwards, we're going to do that. Like what we did at the start, butt scoop position, all right? Now we're gonna take our hands just a little bit further back and we're gonna bend those elbows facing backwards. Now I'm gonna sit into this stretch like I'm sitting into a couch. Where you're gonna feel this stretch is right across your shoulders and your chest, all right? So to intensify, bring your hips forward a little bit more, bend those elbows a bit more, and then also try and keep your elbows inwards, like trying to come that way, as opposed to letting them go out, all right? So into that bent arm position, I'm gonna go for 60 seconds again, and go for it. Again, to make this a little bit more intense as you get into it, you can try and lift your chest up a little bit and you'll feel that stretch. Tell you what, all those push-ups and push-ups and, push-ups and push-ups, all those burpees and push-ups and wall walks from yesterday, tell you what, this stretch is getting into it, getting into all of those tight positions. So very grateful for this stretch because it's targeting what needs to be stretched. Sink into it as much as you can. Keep those elbows pinning backwards. Deep breath in, exhale. Dropping into it. Nice. And relax. All right, shake it out. So now we are going to do a forward fold. So that is just simply, I don't know why I turned around, but anyways, we're doing it. I'm turning around. We're going to just drop our heads forward, and over the course of 60 seconds, we're going to try and keep rounding out. As you can see, I am tight as a mofo in the lower back and hamstrings. I try to do a lot of work to open it up, but I'm just tight in those areas. So, if you're flexible, head to the knees. If you're not, then what we're going to play with is we're going to grab ankles, right? And I'm going to grab a firm grip of that. And over the course of the 60 seconds, like as you can see I'm just going to take this out. When I grab my ankle, my knee bends, right? If I keep my leg straight, I can't actually grab it. So I'm going to grab my ankle with knees bent, and then over the course of this 60 seconds, I'm going to let those knees try and drop down, and I'm going to stay pulling on my ankle so I stay into this stretch. Alrighty, so again, 60 seconds when we get into this. 3, 2, 1, go for it. Legs are now straight, and I'm in the same position with my hands. Just trying to breathe into this stretch. Fifteen seconds. 10. 5 seconds. Beautiful. And release. All right. So that is our stretch session for today. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I would recommend like what they do in Robot, where we just lie down for 2 to 3 minutes, let it all sink in, and that's what I'm about to do. So I'll keep the camera running. We're gonna rebound for 2 minutes. I hope you take your time. One thing that I want you to try when we do the rebound, like it's very easy to let your mind go racing. In meditation it's called like you have your monkey brain because it just jumps around from place to place. And then, different techniques tell you to focus on your breathing. But I know when I start focusing on my breathing, automatically my brain starts thinking about something else. And then I'm always in this fight where I'm trying to stop myself from thinking and focus on my breathing. And then I'm not focusing on my breathing because I'm thinking of something else. And meditation used to be like just fucking hard work, right? Because I'm always having this battle of just, my brain won't shut off. Do you know what I mean? So I've been working on meditation recently, and one thing that's helped me is not to fight it. And I know that sounds weird, but what you do is as you're lying down, just let your brain, you're not trying to think of anything, you're trying to think of nothing. So if your brain is thinking of stuff, cool, let it go through that whole process, because obviously there's something your brain wants to think about. So whatever it is, it is. Yeah, how fucking philosophical that is. Just let your brain just download, yeah? It's just gonna be like, not trying to think of anything, you're not trying to force anything, you are just gonna take some deep breaths, just let your brain do whatever. And we're gonna do that for 2 minutes, all right? I hope that makes sense. If you want more information, please hit me up on it, and we'll go. We'll chat about that more, all right? So, lying down, 2 minutes, and go for it. 3, 2, all right. Well, I hope you enjoyed that session, team. Resilience program number 6. Wait till you see tomorrow, because you're going to be glad that you did some mobility today. No, I'm joking. All right, have a good one, team. Bye.